Welcome to an exclusive news update about the official FIA World Endurance Championship game, Le Mans Ultimate. Motorsport Games and Studio 397 have released some recent updates to the game, and they have informed us about it, and we're happily having the exclusive chance to tell you about it. In case you have missed the news about the Le Mans Ultimate Game announcement back then in June 2023, I got you covered. In the top right corner, there is a straight link to the video that I did back then about the announcement. But what are the news about the Le Mans Ultimate Game? Before we find out, I encourage you guys to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell if you haven't done already, to not miss out on further news on the game or even Simracing streams on Le Mans Ultimate. So now let's check out what's the news. As we know, Le Mans Ultimate is the official gaming pendant to the FIA World Endurance Championship, being produced by Studio 397 and Motorsport Games developers of the well-known rFactor 2 simulation. Whilst announced in June 2023, so far we only had seen a couple of screenshots from the Porsche 963 LMH Hypercar, some astonishing shots of the Le Mans circuit, and the Ferrari 488 GTE. In the end, we are going to experience the exciting new era for sports car racing, as we jump into the high-speed cockpit for some of the most exciting and technologically advanced machines to ever have hit the track. Drive the latest manufacturer hypercars from the 2023 season, all containing the latest technology. Enjoy on-track battles between the Toyota, Ferraris, Porsche, Cadillac, Peugeot, Clickenhouse and Funval in the hypercar category on iconic circuits from around the world, including such as Monza, Spa-Francorchamps, Sebring, Bahrain, Portimao, Fuji, and of course the legendary Circuit de la Sarthe in Le Mans. Alongside the revealed hypercars comes a competitive array of classes, including the LMP2 cars and the GTE runners from Aston Martin, Porsche, Ferrari and Corvette. On that note, what features would you be looking forward to the Le Mans Ultimate Game? Furthermore, what would you like to know about the Le Mans Ultimate Game? Put your question down in the comments area below, and I'm going to try to find answers for your question, and we also discuss what features we would love to see. For today, we have received exclusive footage from the latest development edition for the Le Mans Ultimate Game. For the first time ever, enjoy in-game footage from the iconic Peugeot 9X8 Hypercar hitting the track. Whilst these pictures are early work in progress, one can see the ambitions and the love of detail being put into the title. In the screenshots, we see high-definition screenshots from the chassis and the iconic shapes of the Peugeot 9X8 Hypercar. The car that has actual no rear wing comes with a huge ground effect chassis and a lot of Venturi channels leading into a massive diffuser. Arguably, looking closer at the rear end of the car, you can find a tiny little rear wing, but this is built into the actual rear end that is shaped in a way it generates downforce with a wing-shaped rear end bodywork combined with the ground effect from the chassis and the diffuser. With this philosophy, the car will have stronger performances on some tracks and a bit worse on other tracks. Obviously, while we see the car going around the Le Mans racetrack, arguably this track was a fitting one for the car due to its iconic design having less drag on the overall bodywork, achieving high top speeds which are required in Le Mans. Hence, this was one of the races where Peugeot was actually in the race lead in the beginning of the 24 hours of Le Mans. This time we also get to see incredible shots from the inside of the cockpit. This reveals how little space the drivers have and how their view might even be further limited by the pillar on their right. Every part of the cockpit equipment is stored in a reasonably small space and needs to be in reach for the drivers, or he needs to at least be able to see it. If we have a closer look to the steering wheel and the dashboard, you will find a section with a SOC, which stands for state of charge and refers to the current battery charge level of the powertrain. As the Peugeot is one of the cars with a hybrid powertrain system, this is also going to be implemented into the Le Mans Ultimate game. Therefore, looking at the other cars and the differences in the power deploy are tremendous. If I remember correctly, it was part of the balance of performance, or how they call it in the hypercar category, the EOT, which stands for Equivalence of Technology, that the Peugeot is allowed to use its four-wheel drive hybrid system at any speeds faster than 150 kph in Le Mans, whereas the Toyota were only allowed to use their electrical powertrain after 190 kph. Additionally, cars such as the Vanval or the Clickenhouse, which do not even have any hybrid powertrains whatsoever, but just the classic internal combustion engine, need to fit into the Equivalence of Technology the same way. This is surely one of the most difficult things to be managed by the developers of Le Mans Ultimate. It's going to be interesting to see how they can get all the hypercars to an equal level playing field. The shots of the new Peugeot certainly revealed some great progress in the game. As we wait for further updates on the Le Mans Ultimate title, additionally an interview with the car development team is released to get you exclusive insight on building the latest hypercars, as these hypercars are not only new to the overall world of racing in their second year of service, but also new to the world of sim racing. I have linked the interview of the dev team in the video description below. However, besides listening, or better reading, to their experiences developing the cars and cooperating with the manufacturers and how their communication and day-to-day work looks like, there is some more insight to be shared. Despite the overall game contains a lot of R-Factor 2 engine knowledge, the overall outcome is an expected step forwards and over R-Factor 2. Therefore, cars are made with more detail and feature new materials and textures. One of them being the dynamic build-up of dirt on the car bodies and windows. Additionally, we will find the more dynamic material on the track and the tires on the cars while being used. So, we see that there are some new things coming to the Le Mans Ultimate game which are not even implemented in the R-Factor 2 system, such as the dynamic rubber build-up on the car. Whether that might be just visually or also performance related, like rubber sticking on the car, creating more drag to the bodywork whatsoever, remains unknown at this point. But I guess we will look forward to more news coming about the Le Mans Ultimate game in the near future. So yeah, if you have not done already, if you want to receive more news and more videos about this game coming up, then make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Make sure you ring the bell to not miss out on any new additions, on any new information about the game coming up soon. Thank you for watching, and have a great time.